Hey, what's up, guys? Been a while since I've done a video on this channel. Um, Legal immigration is destroying this country, and now we have this latest thing where this bill was pulled by Joe Biden, and basically it's going to allow floods of illegal immigrants into our country. And this country and the citizens that are for legal immigration, which is a lot of people, because of this bleeding heart mentality that we got to help everybody, which is not realistic, not a healthy view of life. And what illegal immigration does is it replaces the citizens with a foreign group of people who don't always assimilate. In fact, oftentimes don't assimilate into the cultural values and norms of the host country. And then not only do they not assimilate, but they they trample on the values of that and cultural, social norms of that country, even demanding you speak their language and whatnot. Then accuse you of being racist, your country being racist and prejudiced, although the country they came from treated them far worse. And then what happens is the suppression of wages, right? So wages get suppressed through illegal immigration. Why? Because now the corporate slave owners, the capitalist corporate owners of companies and business owners, corporations now have a larger group of people to do labor for them, and it's cheap labor. So what does that do? It, one, squeezes out the citizen. Two, it suppresses wages. So even if a citizen does get a job, he has to take a lower wage, because if you don't take it, the business owner now has a surplus of workers, many of which are happy to do cheap labor because they're illegal immigrants. So then what happens is the normal American citizen can no longer raise his family on a normal working wage. Now both parents have to work. And we know that it is healthier for a woman to stay at home raise her children than both parents working. It destroys the very fabric of society. Legal immigration brings suppression of wages, because now, it's just simple supply and demand. If you have more workers, you as the business owner can dictate the terms of wages, because if somebody isn't happy with the lower wage you're offering, you have a surplus of workers that will gladly take that job. And that's the problem with illegal immigration. It negatively affects the economy. Then you have inflation, because now with illegal immigration, we have to pay higher taxes for Medi-Cal, all these, programs that are given to illegal immigrants in order for them to have food on their table, to have medical insurance. So now wages go higher, everything's higher taxes. It destroys a nation. And right now what's happening is an orchestrated plot and agenda by the Bolshevik communists that run this country, in association with the Zionist capitalists, to destroy this country, to replace its citizens with a slave working class. They'll work for much lower wages. You're screwed out of a job, or you're screwed out of a job that is able to support your family as a citizen, paying higher taxes for other people's Medicare and all that aren't citizens. Your culture is being trampled on, being spit upon. Your history is being eradicated. Okay, all because you want to have this liberal view, we should just let everybody in. Right? All because you want to let everybody in. And it's orchestrated to destroy the sovereignty of this nation, the freedom of this nation, to uproot constitutional values, which, all this stuff has already started to, it's just the whole agenda. It's the American people are being betrayed by their government. The American people are being replaced by illegal immigrants. The American people are being given over to immigrant hordes, many of which are good people, but then you have a lot of them, these immigrants from El Salvador, Nicaragua, Honduras, that are drug dealers, gangbangers, that have been deported from California. And they have these gangs and these LA gangs in those countries, and they come here. It's a war on the citizens of the nation when legal immigration is orchestrated to flood the country. And if people don't get that, then they're low IQ. Or they don't care and they hate America, and they want to see the replacement of its citizens with a slave working class. Because during slavery in the South, this is what I don't agree with the whole Southern, the rebel flag. I mean, that was the South. Not only did it have slavery of blacks, but the normal white person, because most white people didn't own slaves, was living in poverty because the business owners, the plantation owners, had free labor from slavery. So it squeezed the normal white person out of the economy. They couldn't get a job because if you're a business owner, what are you going to do if you have the chance for free labor or to pay a living wage to somebody? You're going to go with the free labor. So the white normal people got squeezed out of the economy. We're living in shacks, living in dirt poverty. And this is what's happening now in America. More and more citizens, the wages are going to be lowered because now we're getting more of a surplus of workers. Right? What are we going to do about it? We can do something about it. The question is what, when, and how. This is why it's foolish to wait for some rapture to come save you. That Christian theology has devastated, has weakened people more than anything that I can think of. Christian theology, Christian morality, slave morality. These are facts. Anyways, out.